Aquarius, you are up for the November Love Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, now that we got all that done and out the way, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Of course, the general reading for November is already up. All of the readings are up for October. The general, the love, and the money readings. November money readings, I will do probably a week from this reading, a week or so. And then collective readings, new moon in Scorpio is already up, and I will do a Halloween reading as well for the collective. Whatever you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. May I have the energy for Aquarius for November? May I have the energy for Aquarius for November? May I have the energy for Aquarius for November? What is it that Aquarius needs to hear? What is it that Aquarius needs to hear? What is it that Aquarius needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Woo. Okay, so, all right, so these are the cards. First card that came out, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. And it says, your soulmate may differ from your usual type in expectations. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The second card to come out is flirt. Aquarius, you can do that. You got that covered. So flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then the third card, it says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So pay attention to the red flags. Right, so those are the three cards. So this pretty much speaks for itself. Obviously, keeping an open mind. Sometimes we have it in our head what our ideal type may be. And you can meet someone sometimes and be like, wow, they're really interesting. I kind of like this person. You could be in that energy where that happens, where you're kind of shocked. Because that's happened to me before, where I've dealt with someone, and if I were to go by, on the surface, like let's say I just met them for the first time, it would be like, okay, well, no, not really my type. But then when I got to know someone, I was like, wow, you know what? I would almost date this person. So it's one of those things where you have to get to know someone. And that was kind of in Capricorn's reading. Some of you might be an Aquarius Capricorn cusp. So your birthday might be like sometime in January, like January 20th, January 21st, I believe is still Aquarius. So yeah, around that time. Because in the Capricorn reading, part of it was about having deep conversations with someone and getting to know someone. I feel some of that energy translates into your reading, Aquarius, where if you actually sit down, keep an open mind, and actually get to know someone, you might be shocked where you're like, oh, I like this person. They're not really my type, but I like them. Where that goes on. And then that might kick in the flirting and everything else. Now, on the other side of the deep conversations, this goes to pay attention to the red flags. If you move at a fast pace, and you are an air sign, so sometimes things happen quickly. If you move at a fast pace, but you don't have the deep conversations to get to know them, red flags that you might have picked up in the deep conversation, you may miss without it. So this is another reason why the message is take time to get to know someone. That way, if there's any red flags there, you will catch them early and you'll know what to do. And then also when you see the red flags, like this is saying, don't ignore the red flags. Don't stick your head in the sand and be like, oh, well, it'll get better later. Don't do that. So let's go ahead and pull a few tarot cards and then we will wrap this up. Something's telling me to use my other deck, so I will. May I have the energy for Aquarius for November in regards to love? Energy for Aquarius for November in regards to love. Energy for Aquarius for November in regards to love. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? What is it that Aquarius needs to hear? What is it that Aquarius needs to hear? Woo! All of those just flew out. That card has been coming out a lot lately. I want to take this one too. Okay. So, Strength card came out. This has been coming out in both decks. A lot of people lately with the Strength card has been the strength to speak your mind. Even though Aquarius, most Aquarians I know have absolutely no problem with speaking their mind. So, I don't feel that's the case. What I feel is the strength to be patient. Is what I feel. The strength to be patient. It almost reminds me, especially with the lion here, which this is Leo energy anyway. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, or you could have Leo in your chart. One thing about a lion, usually lions are aggressive, but at the same time, they're not reckless. They usually wait, and that's usually for any cat, whether it's lions, jaguars, cougars, cheetahs, leopards, whatever. Cats usually wait to pounce, is what they do. And I feel for you, this is more of, you need the courage, you need the strength to wait, to stop yourself, because your default reaction, your natural reaction might be to jump on something and go all in sometimes. But what this is telling me is that, hey, hold on, wait a second. Before you do that, let's just give it a second. And then the Two of Pentacles came out. This is Earth energy. Two of Pentacles can be about juggling. Also, Two of Pentacles can be about a choice. For some of you, you could be dealing with two people. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Maybe that's where the strength comes in at, where you have to make the decision, okay, who do you love? Who do you want? And do that. Or maybe someone has you and another person as two people that they're juggling. And then you're telling them, okay, I need for you to make a decision. Who do you love? Which is one of my favorite songs too. It's by Whitney Houston. So, yeah. But a lot of this that I'm picking up is still going to be about taking the time. I'm tempted to title this Take Your Time. That is what I'm getting. May I have some more cards, please? Okay, thank you. Justice. There could be marriage for someone, since this is a love reading. And then also Four of Wands, which is home, which is also another marriage card too. But something that I heard as well, if it's not marriage, someone might be moving in together. You may be signing a lease together, is what you may be doing. And that might require courage too, to actually agree to live with someone or let someone live with you. But the main energy is take your time. Be open to having conversations and getting to know each other before you jump in. Five of Cups energy at the bottom of the deck. And that's why you want to take your time, because you don't want to be in this energy as well. I just heard somebody might live by the water that's either listening to this or watching this. Someone might live by. I don't know why. I had seen, when I was looking at the flowers, the water stuck out to me. And something was just like, somebody lives by the water. So yeah. But I feel like it's the city. This is more like the country. I feel like it's the city. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But yeah, also for some of you, I will say, when it comes to dating, and I know this is so random, but it's on my mind, so I gotta say it. When it comes to dating, I feel like your environment might be affecting your dating energy. That's what and I'm getting it all from this 5 of Cups card. Like I'm picking up the energy. I feel like for some of you, your dating environment, like where you're living at, that might be affecting your dating energy. Maybe some of you need to look outside of your area. Again, going back to keep an open mind. Maybe you feel that the type of person you want is a city guy or whatever. Maybe you need to check out the country, or vice versa. If you're in the country, you're like, oh, I could never see myself with a city guy. Well, you never know. Just saying. But I'm titling this Take Your Time, and that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, Aquarius, be blessed.